We also have the power in the present moment to implement focus in creating the reality that we most truly want. A lot of people don't see the relation, but the letter F and the letter P are very masculine words. They carry a masculine energy. And the letter P specifically is the most masculine letter in our alphabet. You know, everybody's got a story that explains why they are where they are in their life at the present moment. That story, most of the time, is tied to their identity, who they believe they are. They need that story because that validates their beliefs about why their life looks the way it does. But we have the power to reimagine our memory, to redefine what the things that have already happened to us actually meant. We also have the power in the present moment to implement focus in creating the reality that we most truly want. That power, the power to focus, is the one that's being most aggressively attacked. Obviously, social media and all the millions of distractions that we're faced with today are doing everything in their power to make sure that you don't stay focused. I want to kind of go into etymology real quick. A lot of people don't know that the letter F, the first letter of focus, and the letter P have the same origin. They're similarly shaped if you look at the letter F and you look at the letter P. And so a lot of people don't see the relation, but the letter F and the letter P are very masculine words. They carry a masculine energy. And the letter P specifically is the most masculine letter in our alphabet. Etymology is a very deep, esoteric study. I'm not gonna go into all the details, but just know that the P sound is the most projecting sound in the English alphabet, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because if you look at other words that start with P that have the F sound, you'll see there's millions. There's not millions, but a lot, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of words like phone, pharmacy, and a million other words, I don't know. But just know, the reason I bring that up is because there's a magic phrase. It starts with a P, think about it. But not only do all those words that start with a P that have the F sound start with a P, but they also have an H. So it's PH, right? And so the PH gives us the F sound. When you take focus and you replace it with a P, you get pocus. And then we got the H too, right? So if you take focus and you replace it with the H, you get hocus. So let's think about that. Hocus, pocus, focus. There is a relation in those letters. There's a relation in those words. Focus is literally your magic power to create reality. Without focus, your reality is being written for you by programs that have been implanted in your mind since you were very young. Programs that you don't necessarily have the knowledge or skill to rewrite unless you use your magic power to rewrite your entire reality. Hocus, pocus, focus. How is focus a magic power? If you ever look at the sun and the sun is shining through a magnifying glass, we've all seen this experiment. It's so cliche. I'm bringing it up again because it is a perfect illustration of how when something is focused, it has an immense amount more power than if it wasn't focused. That sun normally just has the power to just warm your skin, feels great, comfortable, tropical vibes. But when put in a magnifying glass and focused into one area, it has the power to burn a hole through paper, or maybe even worse. Depends on what kind of magnifying glass it is. So apply that to your mind's power. If your mind's power is dispersed and distracted among a whole bunch of different things, doom scrolling, relationship issues, stress from work and bills and all these different things, right? You're not gonna have the same kind of power as the person who's single-mindedly focused on a task one at a time throughout the day. And that's the number one distinction between successful people and unsuccessful people. Successful people have more of a tendency to focus their mind's energy on what they're doing in the present moment than unsuccessful people. A lot of unsuccessful people are gonna focus their mind's energy on things that are not currently present. Let's use an example in nature. right? I'm just going to emphasize the difference between animals and humans in today's world. In nature, if you got an antelope, a gazelle, whatever, they're out there in the nature trying to eat some grass or whatever they eat, right? And as they're just chilling, all of a sudden, this big bad lion, wolf, whatever is the predator, they can sense it, right? So their senses go up, boom, ears raised. Instead of grazing, now all of a sudden, certain hormones start kicking in and they're ready to hightail it out of there. They about to get going. And so they're getting chased. They know that one wrong move, one mistake is gonna cost them their life or the life of their children. Whatever the case may be, the stakes are high. They gotta run for their life. And so the stress is at an all-time high. It's a 10 out of 10 stress level. Adrenaline's pumping, cortisol's pumping, all the stress hormones you could think of is going through this animal right now. They get away. They finally get away. And guess what happens? In a very short period of time, that animal starts to restabilize. It's called homeostasis. They go back to a calm state of mind. They're focused and they have inner peace again, right? But if you look at a human can have a almost car accident where they kind of swerve a little bit. And a lot of humans, a lot of us will be stressed out. Stress hormones like adrenaline, cortisol, and all kind of stress happening even after the danger is gone, right? And it was all in their head, right? But even after it's gone, for hours upon hours upon hours, they can hold on to that stress incessantly, talking about it to people at work when they finally arrive at work. They don't know how to let it go. They're focused on things that are not present. And because of that, what happens? Their stress stays high. Their cells are unable to function at their highest capability because they're so distracted. They're so scattered. So keeping you divided amongst yourself, a house divided amongst itself cannot stand. It will surely fall. That's a scriptural quote. I'm, paraphrasing, of course, but if you remain divided within yourself and unable to focus, you're easily conquerable. Yeah, you don't get to live your life. You're on earth living life the way they want you to live it. And it's yours, the one and only that you get. But no, you don't care. You don't care about that. You would rather stay distracted and entertained every single day instead of focus and create some real joy from within yourself. That's your responsibility. I don't know where you got the thinking. Oh, I know where you got it from. I'll go into that later. But some kind of way you got the thinking that joy is to be provided to you from the external world. You got it all messed up. You got it twisted. Joy is not to be provided to you from the external world. Absolutely not. If you believe that, that's one of the biggest reasons why you stay distracted. Real talk. You need to remember the truth because you know the truth. It's in your DNA. It's obvious. It's not something that seems like rocket science to you. You know that true joy, the source of it is within you. And it is only accessible when you focus on the things that matter the most to you and you prioritize those things and you have enough discipline to get the distractions out the way. That's your responsibility. There's no way you're gonna achieve freedom in life unless you take responsibility. It's an absolute must. As long as you go along your life thinking that it's okay for you to remain distracted by the things that are taking you off your path, you'll never find your path. You decide your path and you can keep redeciding your path. It's called focus. Hocus, pocus, pocus. It's a magic power to rewrite reality. You have that power. You are the author, but you forgot. It's time to remember. It's time to reclaim that sovereign ability. Read. There's so much information about this stuff. I'm just making a video to encourage you to do the things you already know you need to do. And this is just the beginning of my journey of staying focused on the things that I know I need to stay focused on to live the life that I want to live. I'm just encouraging you to do the same thing. It don't got to look like this though. You can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be a content creator, but focus. Absolutely. This isn't a motivational speech. This is me reminding you of the truth that you already know. And the truth hurts. You're one distracted motherfucker. You don't know how to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? If the antelope and the gazelle can do it, they can go back to homeostasis and peace. Why are you sitting around allowing yourself to be so stressed out to the point where you need a distraction from your mind's activity? You need to be focused on external things all the time. Why? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Go within, lock in. That's it. Simple and plain.